Para hadirin dimohon untuk terus berdiri. Nyanyian lagu Negaraku dan Wawasan Setia Warga.
Bersatu kita warga UiTM, kita bangsa perkasa, taat dan setiaku untuk negara, penuh semangat wajar. Kita jangan mudah terlupa pengorbanan perjuangan anak bangsa. Kita
Terima kasih dan para hadirin dipersilakan duduk.
Sembah dan salam pembuka kata, gerak di langkah ragam gila, meruas gambus tingkah bersapa, dari hati turun ke jiwa. Seniman agung empunya karya, irama zapin-zapin sulam cerita. Pak belalang kisah bermula, jadi hiburan kita semua. Wahai nujung Pak belalang, ahli nujung terekap jarang. Wahai nujung Pak belalang, hilangan pisau di titik kepadang. Dengarlah tuan satu cerita, cerita dong orang-orang tua. Kisah Tok Nujung yang terus mata, bukannya betul temannya auta. Kisah konon diberi benang, cerita Nujung yang datang. Milik semua gembirang, ahli nujung Pak belalang. Ahai nujung Pak belalang, ahli nujung terekap jarang. Wahai nujung Pak belalang, hilang pisau di titik palang.
Baik, begitulah tadi persembahan tarian Zapin mengalu-alukan kehadiran tuan-tuan dan puan-puan para hadirin sekalian. Dan untuk makluman, persembahan tarian Zapin tadi telah dipersembahkan oleh para pelajar dari Unit Kebudayaan UiTM Shah Alam. Baiklah, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan para hadirin sekalian, bagi pembukaan majlis pada petang ini, marilah sama-sama kita saksikan satu bingkisan istimewa yang telah disediakan oleh pihak penganjur. Sama-sama kita saksikan. Pakai sedondon si empat dara, bujang teruna ingin bersua. Sembah hamba pembuka bicara. Selamat datang hadirin semua. A'udzubillahi minasyaitonirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yang berbahagia Profesor Dr. Haji Muhammad Sazili Shahibi, Timbalan Naib Chancellor Hal Ehwal Pelajar Universiti Teknologi Mara. Yang berbahagia Profesor Teknologis Dr. Nur Azhar Abdul Rahman, Timbalan Naib Chancellor Penyelidikan dan Inovasi UiTM. Yang berbahagia Profesor Teknologis Dr. Haryani Harun, Penolong Naib Chancellor Kolej Pengajian Pengkomputeran, Informatik dan Media UiTM. Yang berusaha Profesor Dr. Muhammad Norman Masrik, Dekan Penyelidikan dan Inovasi Kolej Pengajian Pengkomputeran, Informatik dan Media. Yang berusaha Dr. Muhammad Khairul Nizam Zaini, Dekan Jaringan Industri Komuniti dan Alumni Kolej Pengajian Pengkomputeran, Informatik dan Media. Para pengarah, ketua-ketua unit bahagian hal ehwal pelajar, para tetamu jemputan serta sidang hadirin yang dihormati sekalian. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat petang, salam sejahtera, salam UiTM di hatiku. Selamat datang ke Majlis Syarahan Profesor oleh Yang Berbahagia Profesor Dr. Haji Muhammad Sazili Shahibi, Timbalan Naib Chancellor Universiti Teknologi Mara, Embracing Digital Culture in Virtual University. Merah menyala si buah ceri, warnanya cantik berseri-seri. Terima kasih ucapan diberi kerana sudi datang kemari. Untuk makluman hadirin yang dihormati sekalian, Majlis Syarahan Profesor peringkat universiti ini diadakan bagi memperkenalkan ketokohan akademik. Yang berbahagia Profesor Dr. Haji Muhammad Sazili Shahibi dari Pusat Pengajian Sains Maklumat, Kolej Pengajian Pengkomputeran, Informatik dan Media UiTM. Sama-sama kita berikan tepukan gemuruh buat yang berbahagia Profesor Dr. Haji Muhammad Sazili Shahibi. Selain memperkenalkan ketokohan akademik beliau, Majlis Syarahan Profesor ini diadakan bagi tujuan menyemarakkan lagi budaya perkongsian ilmu dan kepakaran dari kalangan ahli akademik dan cendekiawan negara. Baiklah hadirin yang dihormati sekalian, kalau hendak ke Tanjung Keramat, muncul mentari cepatlah berangkat. Doa dibaca memohon rahmat, semoga majlis dilimpahi berkat. Bagi memberkati majlis, marilah sama-sama kita menadah tangan, berdoa mohon kepada Allah Subhanahu wa taala agar majlis pada petang ini berjalan dengan lancar. Al-Fatihah. A'udzubillahi minasyaitonirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin, hamdan kathiran tayyiban mubarakan fihi. Ya Rabbana lakal hamdu kama yanbaghi li jalali wajhika wa azimi sultanik. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Allahumma ya Rahman, ya Rahim. Kami merafakkan kesyukuran kepadamu ya Allah kerana dapat berkumpul pada hari ini bersempena Majlis Syarahan Profesor bagi meraihkan ketokohan akademik yang berbahagia Profesor Dr. Haji Muhammad Sazili Shahibi, Timbalan Naib Chancellor Hal Ehwal Pelajar UiTM yang kita kasihi, di dewan yang indah dan permai ini. Ya Allah, ya Qawi, ya Matin, kepadamu jua kami memohon, limpahkanlah keberkatan majlis yang diadakan pada hari ini, agar kami semua diberikan kekuatan dan ketenangan fikiran, dikurniakan fikrah yang bernas, akal yang bitara, akhlak yang mulia, agar dapat melonjakkan profil Global University yang tercinta ini sebagai gedung ilmuwan dan penyelidikan serta penyumbang terbesar modal insan terbilang. Ya Allah, kami menadah tangan memohon kepadamu, ampunkanlah dosa-dosa kami, dosa kedua ibu bapa kami, dosa guru-guru kami yang masih hidup maupun yang telah meninggalkan kami. Ya Allah, kurniakanlah sepenuh perlindungan-Mu buat seluruh warga daripada malapetaka dan bencana, daripada wabak dan fitnah dunia, agar hidup terus berpaksikan iman dan takwa. Allahumma ya Aziz, ya Qahhar, pelihara diri kami, para pemimpin negara dan seluruh rakyat dalam membangun negara berdaulat. Teguhkanlah iltizam dan istiqamah kami dengan penuh kesabaran dan bertawakal kepadamu dalam memikul tanggungjawab ke arah membangun anak-anak bangsa yang berdarjat dan membina tamadun yang bermartabat. اللهم اجعل جمعنا هذا جمعا مرحوما وتفرقنا من بعده تفرقا معصوما ولا تجعل فينا ولا معنا شقيا ولا مطرودا ولا محروما. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين. Amin, amin ya rabbal alamin. Semoga segala doa dan munajat kita diperkenankan oleh Allah Subhanahu wa taala dan majlis kita akan berjalan dengan lancar hingga ke akhirnya. Para hadirin yang dihormati sekalian, untuk makluman syarahan Profesor yang berbahagia Profesor Dr. Haji Muhammad Sazili Shahibi ini turut disiarkan pada waktu ini secara langsung menerusi saluran YouTube rasmi UiTM channel. Jadi jangan lupa untuk like dan juga kongsikan siaran pada petang ini kepada rakan-rakan, tuan-tuan dan puan menerusi platform media sosial agar kita sama-sama dapat manfaat daripada perkongsian pada petang yang berbahagia ini. Baiklah para hadirin sekalian, majlis diteruskan dengan sesi pengenalan Profesor. Dan untuk itu dipersilakan kepada yang berbahagia Profesor Dr. Haryani Harun, penolong Naib Chancellor Kolej Pengajian Perkomputeran Informatik dan Media untuk kepentas sebagai sesi pengenalan Profesor, dan seterusnya mempersilakan yang berbahagia Profesor Dr. Haji Muhammad Sazili Shahibi untuk memulakan syarahan. Dipersilakan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Profesor Teknologis Dr. Nur Azza Abdul Rahman, Timbalan Naib Chancellor Penyelidikan dan Inovasi Universiti Al-Jimara. Yang berbahagia Profesor Dr. Haji Muhammad Sazili Shahibi, Timbalan Naib Chancellor Hal Ehwal Pelajar Universiti Al-Jimara yang akan menyampaikan syarahan pada hari ini. Profesor Dr. Muhammad Norman Masrid, Dekan Penyelidikan dan Inovasi. Dekan Penyelidikan dan Inovasi, Kolej Pengajian Pengkomputeran, Informatik dan Media. Dr. Muhammad Khairul Nizam Zaini, Dekan Jaringan Industri, Komuniti dan Alumni KPPIM, para pengarah dan ketua-ketua unit bahagian hal ehwal pelajar, para tetamu jemputan serta para hadirin yang dihormati sekalian. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, syarahan pada hari ini akan disampaikan dalam bahasa Inggeris. Oleh yang demikian, izinkan saya membacakan biodata tokoh akademik kita yang akan menyampaikan syarahan pada petang ini dalam bahasa Inggeris. Ladies and gentlemen, Profesor Dr. Haji Muhammad Sazili Shahibi has a diverse education background, starting from majoring in mass communication, followed by a master's in information technology and then e-commerce. He began his academic journey at the Institute Al-Jimara, ITM, where he obtained a Bachelor of Mass Communication degree in journalism in 1998. Professor Muhammad Sazili then continued his academic pursuit at Universiti Al-Jimara, earning a Bachelor of Mass Communication in 2001. Then he pursued his Masters of Science in Managing Information Technology at the University of Salford, United Kingdom, which he completed in 2002. Determined to further his knowledge and contribute to his field, he then embarked on his PhD program in Information System, e-commerce at the University of Malaya in Kuala Lumpur. His doctoral research focus on the impact of e-commerce on small and medium enterprises in Malaysia, and his thesis earned him his doctorate in the year of 2010. Professor Mohd Sazili has been recognized throughout his academic career for his research and teaching excellence. He has published several articles and research papers in leading academic journals and presented his research at international conferences. Professor Mohd Sazili also has mentored and supervised numerous graduate students, guiding them in their research and academic pursuits. Today, Dr. Mohd Sazili is a respected academic and scholar in his field with a wealth of knowledge and experience in mass communication, information technology, and e-commerce. He continues to inspire and shape the next generation of scholars and professionals through his teaching and research, leaving a lasting impact on his field and beyond. Our distinguished speaker today has an impressive track record of academic achievements in the field of information system management. Over the course of 16 years, from 2003 to 2019, he has secured a cumulative amount of 1.45 million in research grants and consultancy from national and international sources. And in recognition of his expertise, our speaker has also supervised 9 postgraduate students, including 4 who have completed their PhD in the area of information system management. His dedication to educating the next generation of scholars is a testament to his commitment to advancing the field of information system management. He has also contributed to the scholarly community by presenting 21 conference proceedings papers at both local and international levels. These papers highlight the importance of the information management domain and showcase the speaker's expertise in the field. Furthermore, our speaker has published over 50 journal articles in various established and indexed journals at all levels, further establishing his standing in the academic community. In addition to that, he has authored 7 books and manuscripts since 2012. Professor Dr. Mohd Sazili Shahibi contributed significantly towards the university. He has served in various capacities during his tenure at UiTM and has been instrumental in driving the university towards greater heights. He is now the Deputy Vice-Chancellor of Student Affairs since 2021. His unwavering dedication to student affairs and community service is evidenced by his concurrent role as Assistant Superintendent Police Corps Success for the Puncak Alam campus since 2014. His leadership roles and affiliation extended to various professional organizations. As the Ikatan Teras Minda Malaysia Chairman since 2013, he has led the organization in promoting the importance of critical thinking and intellectualism among Malaysians. Additionally, he has been a member of the National Council of Professor, Majlis Profesor Negara since 2018. With over a decade of leadership and vast experience, Professor Dr. Mohd Sazili has been entrusted with several important positions, including he has been holding the position of the Dean in 2015, Deputy Dean in 2013, and Head of Postgraduate Studies in the Faculty of Information Management. For his outstanding contribution, Prof. Dr. Mohd Haji Sazili was awarded the Asia Education Leadership Award in 2018 by CMO Asia and World Education Congress. He also held board-level positions at Malaysia National Archive, Malacca State Library Corporation, and the Institute Kepimpinan dan Kefahaman Melayu, IMPAK. He is an active member of the Majlis Perunding Melayu since 2015, where he has guided on matters relating to the Malay culture and heritage. He has also served as the president of the UiTM Academic Staff Association, UTMAS, from 2017 to 2020, advocating for the rights and welfare of academic staff members. He was also the deputy president of the Malaysian Young Professional and Entrepreneurship Chamber from 2008 to 2016, where he worked to promote entrepreneurship and professional development among young Malaysians. It is not only that, we have still a long list of credentials here, okay? Bear with me. Furthermore, our speaker served as the secretary of the Selangor Young Entrepreneurship Council from 2006 to 2008, where he supported and mentored young entrepreneurs in the region. He is also particularly skilled in developing strategies and techniques to drive change and culture management, and has spearheaded various initiatives such as the establishment of UiTM, Malay Ruler Chair. He's a think tank, one of the think tank group, panel advisory policy for Institute Wasatiyah Malaysia, and joint chairman National Patriotism Index Research Committee in the Prime Minister Department. In short, Professor Dr. Haji Mohd Sazili is a multi-award winning academician, recognized for his contributions in the area of entrepreneurship, innovation, invention and design, Research Grant Award, patriotism, and collaboration for Newton Grant with Lancaster University. He has consulted at international companies such as Lifecast International Corporation, Philippines. He has been involved in various research collaborations with international institutions, including Lancaster University in the United Kingdom. His research collaborations have allowed him to work with renowned academicians and researchers from all around the world, gaining valuable insights into various academic fields. Professor Dr. Mohd Sazili Shahibi also has been involved in various academic collaboration with prestigious institutions worldwide. These include Sangkuniwan University in South Korea, University of Tsukuba in Japan, Universitas Airlangga in Indonesia, Monash University in Australia, and RMIT University in Australia. Through these academic collaborations, Professor Dr. Haji Mohd Sazili Shahibi has shared his knowledge and expertise with students and researchers from different countries, while also gaining insights into new academic approaches and ideas. His involvement in these collaborations has not only contributed to his professional development, but also has helped foster greater understanding and collaboration between different academic institutions and culture. Ladies and gentlemen, with all those credentials that has been read just now, let us all welcome our dearest Professor Dr. Haji Sazili Shahibi to deliver his speech. Please welcome.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you, Prof, for the credential. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Professor Dr. Nurazah Abdul Rahman, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Research and Innovation, UiTM. Professor Technologist Dr. Haryani Harun, Assistant Vice Chancellor, College of Computing, Informatics and Media Studies, KPPIM. Professor Technologist Dr. Nurman Masrik, Dean of Research and Innovation, KPPIM, Dr. Muhammad Khairul Nizam Zaini, Dean of Industrial Linkage, Communities and Alumni, KPPIM, Cik Nazrul Muhammad Amin, Dean of Student Affairs, KPPIM, Cik Wan Ahmad Rahiman, Wan Abdul Rahim, Senior Deputy Registrar of Student Affairs Divisions, Profesor Madya Dr. Badrul Issa, Deputy Director of UiTM Selangor, Profesor Madya Dr. Hajah Nur Hayati Hussein, Acting Director of Impact, Head of Student Affairs Department, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and I not forgot Profesor Dato' Rosli Rajikan, Pro Naib Chancellor from UKM. Thanks for coming. This is the only stranger. I sincerely respect our distinguished guests and colleagues at today's event. Standing here before an audience comprising individuals with great wisdom, experiences, and achievement to give my speech as a professor in information management and as a professor in my area of civilization is the grandest moment in my life and the moment that I am most aware of the enormity of the responsibility disappointment brings.
Pembudayaan, pengukuhan keupayaan personel ke arah digitalisasi. Jadi yang pentingnya personel kita, head of department dan juga staff-staff kita. Digitalisasi ni from A right up to Z. Pikirannya mesti menyeluruh. Pendigitalan ni adalah agenda besar untuk kita pergi ke globally renowned. If we don't change, kalau kita tak berubah cara pemikiran kita, tak payahlah buat research. Tapi pentingnya kita mengubah pemikiran kepada digital untuk support rancangan strategik pendigitalan UiT. Saya nak semua UiTM ini didigitalkan.
Emergence of digital technology brings a new horizon for the higher education system that changing the world of learning worldwide. Based on the World Economic Forum 2023, the amount spent globally on education technology is expected to increase by approximately $342 billion by 2025. This is considered a viable way to address growing and changing learning demands. Malaysia is one of the Industrial Revolution IR 4.0 nations involved in globalization, changing in technology-driven for economic growth. It empowers digital technology with the aid of interconnection through the Internet of Things, IoT, big data, virtual and augmented reality, artificial intelligence, and other IT paradigms that trigger most industries. This positive impact provides an opportunity for many industries to increase productivity and strategy, not only in the manufacturing sector, but also in the Malaysian higher education sector. The Malaysia Education Blueprint 2015-2025 highlighted the importance and priorities of higher education to digital literacy, critical thinking, and problem solving as the 21st century learning skills that will help students thrive in IR 4.0. Connectivity through multimedia mobile devices, experiential learning through virtual reality VR, augmented reality AR, mixed reality MR, artificial intelligence AI, and the Internet of Things IoTs have created a new learning ecosystem in higher education. To effectively harness these new technologies and learning paradigms, higher education needs to develop and put in place an infrastructure of the proper education, networks of people, and quality assurance. Without the skill and knowledge of the technical process of the technology, it becomes a barrier for the educator to utilize the technology entirely. Many studies have been found to deal with digital culture and its impact on university students in Malaysia and around the world. Employs digital culture in light of the requirements of a knowledge-based economy among graduate students in Malaysian universities. Measuring the digital culture level and challenges in the implementation of digital culture in Malaysia. None of the studies propose conceptualizing the framework for embracing the digital culture in a virtual university that increases the focus of the higher institutions on the personal factors, socio-economic factors, forces factors, digital leadership factors, and technical factors in the virtual university. Today, ladies and gentlemen, Professor Dr. Haji Muhammad Sazili Shahibi will proudly enlighten how to embrace a digital culture in a virtual university.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we go further on the subjects, let us have a moment to look at what the Industrial Revolution is. To understand better why higher education institutions keenly toward virtual universities. During the evolution of our societies, humankind has relied on inventions, technical evolutionary resources. Industrial revolution occur when new technologies and worldviews introduce significant economic and social structural shift. The first industrial revolution, IR, was driven by water and steam. Meanwhile, the second IR, or IR 2.0, came in the early of 19th century. That was a time when Henry Ford moved the assembly line, and it was the age of mass production in automotive. Both of these, IR 1.0 and IR 2.0, increased people's prosperity and urban populations. IR 3.0 is when started to utilize digital production automation using electronics and information technology, IT. After that, we moved to IR 4.0, the era we are facing now, which is characterized by cyber-physical system due to the extensive integration of production, sustainability, and customer satisfaction that serve as the foundation for intelligent network system and processes. The revolution will not stop at its pace. The world is now geared to IR 5.0. In this space, people and machine will work hand in hand, combining the unique cognitive abilities of workers and the accurate technical expertise of robots to bring an innovative culture to the workforce. Ladies and gentlemen, during civilization's history, higher learning institutions took different forms. After the first IR, there was a demand for more diverse degree options and a greater range of courses to choose from the university until today. When the fourth IR came, this was the time to empower higher education to product innovation by utilizing artificial intelligence, biotechnologies, and nanotechnologies. The most important technology is a great expansion in computer power and storage. World Economic Forum in 2016 predicted there will be implantable mobile phone by 2025. It is about 82% of the world's populations. 10% of reading glasses connected to the internet, and 90% of the world's population with access to the internet by 2024. 90% of the population will be using smartphone by the end of 2023. Over 50% of the internet traffic will be directed to homes and appliances by 2024. At the World Economic Forum 2019, they expected many other outcomes, such as the utilization of robotic pharmacies and a production of Bitcoin in the economy, 3D printed cars, transplant of 3D printed organs such as liver by 2024, and several different things will happen worldwide. All these have shown us that the Internet of Things, IoT, and advanced technologies are transforming our life in a way we never thought possible or nearly anything imaginable. Ladies and gentlemen, the exact impact of fourth IR technologies on our society and environment is not quite clear. Now we must also be ready toward IR 5.0. Higher education must respond urgently to find positive impact on society and environmental issues. We should adjust to the technological revolution and prepare students for the real world of technologies. And that must come with the right digital cultures.
Sorry for interrupting Professor Sazili.
Yeah, Sarah.
There is someone here to see you.
Yeah, who's that?
Bro, jom minum. Sorry.
That is my online assistant named Sarah. She come from London. From my perspective, digital culture represents the culture shaped by the emergence and use of digital technologies. It is a concept that describes the ideas and technology and the internet significantly shape the way we interact, behave, things, and communicate as human beings in societal settings. Digital culture is also called the cultural influence of new media, environment, and digitalization process. Digital culture is born from digital technology, encourages a more environmental friendly life, create family warmth, humanize people at work, respect freedom and diversity, and build stronger relationships among family, friends, or colleagues separated by distance. However, such a culture should not be taken for granted. One will not be born just like that. And it will last a long time naturally. We must cultivate a positive culture to maintain and develop it further so that our life in today's virtual world will be better qualities. So, higher education institutions are the best place to establish the humanized digital culture to increase the relevance of content to learners and enhance their engagement and motivations. From the data we can discover the graduate mostly are the highest users of IT. As I mentioned in IR 5.0, the emergence of advanced technologies such as robotic, virtual realities, and artificial intelligence will definitely influence the university ecosystem. This is where a new way of delivering teaching and learning is implemented, such as mobile, online, and distance learning. All these types of learning have created the virtual learning platform that we can also extend to the virtual universities. The virtual universities VU provides higher education program through electronic media, typically the internet. Some brick and mortar institutions provide online learning as part of their comprehensive universities courses, while others solely offer online courses. They are regarded as a form of distant education. VU, virtual universities, is a universities for which the primary mode of engagement is via the internet. There is no real campus. A virtual university is a virtual network of different institutions. All the functions of the universities are performed online. There is no need for physical interaction for education that we have experienced during COVID-19. Programs are put on the internet in different modes, like videos, notes, presentation, assignment, etc. Material which are presented in the virtual universities are the same material which are taught by professors in the real university. The difference is that in the virtual university, a special tool is used to change the university environment, and the communication between the students and lecturers is by remote technologies. Subject taught by a lecturer will remain very long, and students will access them at any time of the day by using the receiver, which is the computers. In a real university, tools and facilities are physical, while in a virtual university, computers, the internet, and the satellite are communication lines between lecturers, students, and class. Virtual universities may allow students to gain more independent learning skill by actively participating in their learning processes and allow students worldwide to enroll. This can be seen as a critical advantage that virtual universities have over traditional university's environment. One of the services a virtual environment provides is creating relationship between those far apart in the form of interaction in a three-dimensional virtual environment known as a virtual learning. Virtual learning uses an avatar as a virtual human to help the users to move from one area to another in the program's environment and see the information on the screen. Avatar can be the best face-to-face communication in computer-based teaching and creates the feeling of having a close relationship with human for the students and can be a good substitute for lecturer. Using virtual reality and 3D technologies will improve the success rate in the educational environment and will be considered a new teaching method. Another example application for virtual learning is Second Life platform. The Second Life platform allows students to participate in the virtual class in a different world. For example, they can fly and choose their body, age, appearance, gender, and color, and they can prepare themselves for a lecture at universities. Second Life amplifies learning beyond capabilities afforded by teleconference call and web presentation tool, but it also creates opportunities for field trips inside virtual organs, machine, and other environments that go far beyond the walls of the traditional learning spaces. Training simulations are also compelling in Second Life because they simulate complex processes in the physical world, and avatar can take on different roles to enhance learning. Ladies and gentlemen, why virtual universities? Why now traditional universities transform themselves into virtual or online learning? The answer is that because of the advantages of implementing the view in a higher education can offer. Among them are to promote formal and informal learning on a global scale. It is to enhance distance learning capacity. People from different geographical areas can enroll. To transfer the form of the distant education system into a new digitalized form, to provide educational opportunities to students who would otherwise not have them, to provide education to the increasing number of students, to smash boundary of culture, distance, and nation, to rub the blueprint of Mortar Institute and stop the efficiency degradation from building bricks, to boost up education capacity with limited costs, to give a chance to equip with the knowledge to working adults. The presence of the virtual universities has created a digital culture. Digital culture in virtual universities surrounds various values associated with using digital technologies. Some of the value are access, creativity, openness, diversity, and empowerment. These values are not necessarily universal, and there are many different perspectives on what digital culture should emphasize, on how it should evolve. Nonetheless, they represent some of the key ideas and principles that underpin digital culture as it exists in the virtual universities.
Bos! Bos! Bila nak habis ni, bos?
Sabarlah.
Okey, bos. Faham. Okey, bos. Beres. Balik dulu.
I am
for him.
sorry, Professor. He didn't came through me. You may continue your talk. Sikit lagi, Professor.
Thank you, Sarah. In a typical university setting, university has the mandate to play a crucial role in transforming a country via the training of the workforce, generation of relevant innovation, and reproduction of new knowledge. Universities have taken several initiatives to bring about more positive impacts in preparing graduates to become more competent individuals. The internalization of the university's agenda also forces their community to be culturally ready. Culture plays a significant role in shaping the learning process, especially in implementing a new approach of teaching and learning. And educational institutions' cultures directly impact the quality of the educational experiences, provide students with the potential and create transformational experiences for the students, faculty, and staff. As we are concerned about shifting toward education toward IR 5.0 ready, and to be ready with utilizing advanced technology in teaching and learning, we must cultivate the right cultures in the universities, communities, and we must embrace the digital culture in the universities to set a setting mood to implement the virtual universities. The futuristic mindset and the right culture can influence the community to produce the same mindset in facilitating changes to the learning environment to the right directions. Digital learning, e-learning, and mobile learning are among the components of virtual universities. The successful attainment of digital culture in virtual universities relies on many factors. The critical aspect is embracing the digital culture among the community in higher education institutions. Culture change is certainly the key to a successful transformation because we don't want to lose in transformation as is investing in cultivating a digital mindset. To embrace the digital culture towards virtual universities, first and foremost, we must find a way to change the individual digital capability that can respond to the correct technology. This aspect of factor we name as a personal factors.
Professor Sazili, first
Sarah.
is personal factor.
Okay. So Sarah mentioned just now personal factor. Personal factor refers to the individuals, either student or lecturers or anyone who is the community in the universities, based on the theory of the acceptance model and theory of planned behaviors and belief are essential to implementing new technology in the institution. To embrace the digital culture in a virtual university, we must assess the acceptance and belief especially students and lecturers, because they are the individual directly involved in creating the environments. Individual acceptance based on theory diffusion and innovation model refer to 5 groups of categories. First is the innovators. The second is the early adopters. Third is the early majority. And the fourth is the late of majority. And the fifth is the laggard. To embrace the digital culture, we should find out what category of community we have in the universities. This is to recognize the level of acceptance and to know what approach is suitable to cultivate their cultures. Are they adopters, or early adopters, or early majority, or laggards? Individuals with different values and beliefs would react differently toward technology in terms of their emotion, motivation, and cognitive process. Some of the community has taken much time to embrace a new idea or technology because their personal resources are unusual. They want to be sure that the adopted innovation will work before any adoption efforts. So, we must classify the community groups to embrace the digital culture among them.
Next, let's move to the second factor, digital leadership factor.
The digital leaders play a crucial role in ensuring that the virtual universities is a reality. With a futuristic mindset, digital leaders will encourage and influence the peoples around them to produce same mindset and facilitating changes to the education environment. Good and excellent digital leaders will not only affect people but can create, plan, and implement the vision and value of the virtual universities in the right direction. The digital leader should possess specific characteristics that can bring a success story to embrace the digital culture. The characteristics of a digital leader consist of digital knowledge and literacies, visions, understandings of customers, agility, risk-taking, and also engage collaborations. The digital leader must learn how technology works in education and utilize those skills to ensure that technology is suitable for the complete digitalization of the universities. They must know about recent technologies, understand them, and know how to decide what kind of technology that fit to support the virtual education environment. The direction of the universities toward digital transformation depends on the vision of the digital leaders. The central vision that digital leaders should set up in their mindset is the consistent use of digital technology and academic monitoring, management, and administration by students, lecturers, staff, and parents. The digital leader must be someone who can identify the students' needs in using digital technology. They must plan by initiative to insist in capable students in owning the devices such as laptop, computers, smartphone, to enable them to participate in the virtual learning platform. The changes in the teaching and learning process will be smooth when all players in the universities understand the direction of digital leaders. Another criterion of digital leader is agility. Agility is flexible and adaptive in dealing with the rapid changes in the environment of the digital world. It's referred to the system abilities to meet rapid changes in needs and other external stimuli cost effectively without compromising the quality of product and services. Digital leaders' characteristics can adapt to the technological environment and bring the administration, lecturers, and students to have same vision. Digital leaders must admit they will be facing risks. The risk may contribute to the unsuccessful implementation of new technologies, or it can also contribute to the new opportunities for better improvement to face the changes in the university's learning environment. Digital leaders need to begin collaboration and encourage staff to grow their networks with other universities. This initiative will get more benefits by experiencing their digital knowledge and literacy and exchanging their expertise, particularly on current technology usage. Leaders of higher learning institutions should understand the critical role of digital transformation and how this can affect the performance of this establishment. Today, there is no way leaders can talk of transforming or changing institutions to virtual universities without incorporating new technologies in the everyday running of the universities. Without hesitation, the future of institution is based on sound pillars of digitization and digitalization. Additionally, teaching and learning, research, scholarship, and the general running of the university will be impossible without the integration of digital technologies. And all they must come from the idea or initiative of the institution's leaders.
Now we go to the next factor, technical factor.
Technical factors are related to an external factors and comprise three critical components: digital literacy, facilitating conditions, and proper rules and regulation. Digital literacy refers to saving the skills needed to live, learn, and work in the community of practice, where communication and access to information through digital technologies, such as internet, platform, social media, and mobile devices. Critical thinking, communication, and practical skills are important elements of digital literacy to facilitate access, use, management, manipulation, and create information in ethical and sustainable ways. Meanwhile, facilitating conditions refer to the extent to which an individual perceives that organizational and technical infrastructures required to use the intended systems are available. Technical infrastructures such as internet infrastructure and appropriate digital technology devices are necessary to build virtual universities' digital cultures. Last but not least, rules and regulation are another components of technical factors. The rules and regulation refer to the written decision regarding binding behaviors which contain right, obligation, function, status, or other provisions. Implementing digital cultures in virtual universities will never happen without the appropriate rule and regulation. The learner, educators, and non-academic staff will follow the rule and regulation that the top management has released to change the business operation in the universities by using digital technologies. The direction that the higher management has released in creating the virtual universities through implementing digital learning, e-learning, and mobile learning will be followed by the academic community to ensure the sustainability of education in the current digital era. The component or elements that has been discussed will contribute to successful implementing digital culture in the virtual universities.
Professor Sazili, let's continue to the next factor, socio-environmental factor.
The next aspect is the socio-environmental factors. Socio-environmental factors refer to immediate physical surrounding, social relationship, and cultural setting within which defines groups of people function and interact. In this case, socio-environmental highlight how a classroom environment influenced by a support and interaction among students, lecturers, and family members. From the perspective of family support, the family could help students to adopt and adapt the online learning environment by motivating them and increasing the well-being. The presence and support of family are crucial to facilitate the learners to embrace and adapt to the new norm in the learning environment. Family is the close contact with students. Moral support from them is a way to increase students' level of participation in online learning. Family openness can influence their child to adopt new things, whereas the university or institution is another dimension that support the socio-economic factors toward virtual university. The university support system has three main elements: skilled lecturers, involvement cultures, and support system. Universities prepare the lecturers with sufficient skill, competencies, and knowledge to assist students in utilizing technology without doubt and fully increase their confidence. University administration to support students will motivate them to manage technological stresses and develop full readiness for online learning. The skill of a supportive instructors and leaders is vital to cultivating motivations and self-efficacy among students. Doing so will establish a virtual learning environment that supports active learning and students' readiness for the virtual universities.
Finally, we come to the last factor, forces factor. Professor Sazili, please explain more.
The external forces factor promote change inside an organization due to changes in its environment, such as obtaining resources. A failure when obtaining resources because they are no longer reachable from the current situation could drive the university to improve the way in which resources are obtained. Other than that is the market forces. In this situation, when the service may change over time, the era's transition is from computerized to digitalization. It will create digital innovation. Digital disruption happens after digital innovation. The emergence of new technologies such as big data, machine learning, and IoTs involve a break from traditional and replace existing methodologies and modes of knowledge transmission by opening new alternatives for learning. To face this new situation, universities must seriously rethink and redesign their educational offerings. Forces factors such as globalization, the largely unrestricted flow of information, idea, cultural values, capitals, goods and services, and people, which is driven by the global network economies, will enhance not only the demand for higher education, but create a need for more diversified content and greater flexibility of access to higher educational opportunities. This trend runs parallel to the globalization process, will significantly impact the development of virtual university system.
My dear Professor Sazili, sorry to disturb you again. I want to tell you something. It is about your schedule for today.
Sarah mana, Prof? Saya ni PA Prof. Prof jangan nak berangan sangat, Prof. Ni saya nak pesan dengan Prof ni. Tadi VC ada call. 5:30 Prof ada bola lagi dengan budak-budak baru ni. Surat-surat atas meja tu Prof jangan lupa tau Prof. Telefon untuk VC, appointment 8:30 jangan lupa lagi.
Ladies and gentlemen, these 5 factors I highlighted in my speech are not the only factors we can consider to embrace the digital culture in virtual universities. Nevertheless, these 5 are the pillars and the starting point for the universities to be ready if we are serious about transforming or embedding new technology in the universities. And today I would like to share my personal point of view as the Deputy Vice Chancellor of UiTM. For instance, UiTM has come out with an initiative for the digital transformation of the universities. Through the UiTM strategic plan of digitalization, UiTM is serious about preparing an environment that is culturally ready to adapt to a new way of teaching and learning. And this initiative is in line with technology developments in higher education globally. Even though the business runs physically, we are eventually moving to digitalizations. UiTM has done another initiative in the strategic plan for 2020 to 25 of UiTM Student Affairs. We have many initiatives to support the implementation of digitalization. Among them is known as Digitalisasi HEP, Happy Media, e-leaderships. That is what the initiative we committed to do and to make it, to materialize them. This initiative prepares for our department to manage students' activities digitally and to support student development in the virtual platform in the near futures. So I really hope that all initiatives will be a successful journey for your ITMs. Let's pray together. With that, I thank you for listening and participate in today's event. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much. Terima kasih yang berbahagia Prof. Kita mohon Prof untuk kekal di atas sepentas untuk acara yang seterusnya. Baik, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, para hadirin yang dihormati sekalian, kita teruskan majlis pada petang ini dengan acara penyampaian sijil syarahan Profesor. Oleh itu, majlis dengan segala hormatnya mempersilakan yang berbahagia Profesor Dr. Haryani Harun untuk tampil ke pentas bagi menyampaikan sijil kepada yang berbahagia Profesor Dr. Haji Muhammad Sazili Shahibi. Dipersilakan. Majlis mengucapkan terima kasih kepada yang berbahagia Profesor Dr. Haryani atas kesudian menyempurnakan acara dan kita teruskan dengan acara bergambar. Prof Haryani mohon untuk kekal di atas pentas untuk kita ambil gambar. Dan seterusnya kita persilakan kepada diri jemputan kita juga untuk ke pentas bersama dengan yang berbahagia Prof untuk sesi fotografi. Silakan. Ya, kita persilakan kepada pengurusan eksekutif Hari Dewan Pelajar. Silakan. Dan juga tetamu jemputan.
Ini pelakon depan.
Nanti depan ni, duduk bawah.
Lagi tak nampak lagi tu. Yang ni betul ni. Alright. Okey. Tempat lagi dapat. Tempat lagi dapat. Syarahan ni. Betul lah, syarahan. Jarak tu kan? Jarak lah. Tak apa dah. Kenapa? Oh, itu je dia.
Okey, baik, terima kasih kita ucapkan kepada yang berbahagia Prof, kepada pengurusan eksekutif Universiti, kepada pengurusan Hari Dewan Pelajar serta tetamu-tetamu. Dan kita persilakan untuk kembali ke tempat yang telah disediakan. Okey, dan kita persilakan kepada juru foto untuk mengambil gambar para tetamu yang hadir pada hari ini daripada atas pentas ya. Dipersilakan. Okey, sebelum itu kita juga suka untuk ingatkan kepada para tetamu untuk mengimbas kod QR yang dipaparkan di skrin tersebut untuk pendaftaran dan juga untuk tuntutan jam latihan.